Assalamu alaikum dear CSS parents. Welcome to today's lecture on international political institutions. In an increasingly interconnected world, global cooperation is no longer a choice. It's a necessity. Institutions like the United Nations, IMF and World Bank play a crucial role in maintaining peace, promoting development and resolving disputes across borders. So these institutions are not just bureaucracies, they are powerful actors with legal personalities designed to serve multiple nations and formed through international treaties. In this video, we will explore the history, roles, structure and impact of key global organizations. Let's begin our journey through the architecture of global governance. Institutional, political institutions and overview. इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटिकल इंस्टीट्यूशंस क्या हैं? सबसे पहले हम इनको डिफाइन करते हैं. इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटिकल इंस्टीट्यूशंस आर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस फॉर्म्ड थ्रू इंटरनेशनल ट्रीटीज एंड एग्रीमेंट्स बिटवीन स्टेट्स. So they are granted international legal personality, allowing them to operate independently and interact with states, other institutions and even individuals. अगर हम इनके कोर पर्पसेस की बात करें तो प्रमोट पीस, कोऑपरेशन एंड सिक्योरिटी, फैसिलिटेट इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट एंड पॉवर्टी रिडक्शन, अपहोल्ड इंटरनेशनल लॉ एंड ह्यूमन राइट्स, कोऑर्डिनेट कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सेस टू ट्रांसनेशनल चैलेंजेस एंड की फीचर्स multilateralism formed by multiple states through negotiation, cross-border operations, influence and function beyond one country borders, and norm creation shape international standards, customs and behaviors. For example, United Nations, International Monetary Fund, World Bank, World Trade Organization, International Court of Justice. Historical evolution of international institutions. International institutions, 19th century, foundations of diplomacy. Concert of Europe 1815, post-Napoleonic peacekeeping effort, Hague Conferences 1899 and 1907, early disarmament and arbitration attempts, interwar period, League of Nations 1920 to 1946, first global political organization failed due to lack of enforcement power and US non-participation. Post-World War II transformations, UN founded in 1945 to prevent another world war and institutionalize peacekeeping, diplomacy and development. Bretton Woods Conference 1944 led to IMF and World Bank. Cold War era institutions acted as ideological battlegrounds, West versus East, and rise of non-aligned movement and demand for new international economic order. Late 20th century to present, rise of globalization, climate change, awareness, global terrorism and pandemics increased the role of international political institutions. So institutions expanded through their mandates, trade, gender rights, technology, governance. United Nations foundations and structure. Foundations founded in 1945 following World War II with 51 original member states. Today the UN has grown to include 193 member states, responding virtually all sovereign nations. So currently includes 193 member states. Core objectives from UN Charter: maintain international peace and security, promote friendly relations among nations, achieve international cooperation, be a center for harmonizing actions of nations. And main organs की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो General Assembly, deliberative body, all members have equal vote. Then Security Council maintains peace, 15 members, 5 permanent with veto powers. Economic and Social Council coordinate economic and social policy. An international court of justice, judicial body setting disputes. UN Secretariat, executive body led by the UN Secretary General. Trusteeship Council, so government since last trust territory gained independence. UN in action, achievements and challenges. Key achievements. So deploying peacekeeping missions in 12 countries worldwide, coordinate global COVID-19 response through COVAX, establishing sustainable development goals with 2030 targets and facilitating humanitarian aid delivery in conflict zones. So peacekeeping missions in conflict zones like Congo, Sudan, Cyprus, adoption of Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948, launch of Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030, then eradication of disease via WHO, emergency responses, COVID-19 pandemic, and challenges, veto power abuses by P5, paralyzing action on key crises, for example, Syria, Palestine, and Ukraine, bureaucratic inefficiency and funding gaps, inequality of representation. Developing nations demand reform in SC and GA voting power, enforcement limitations, no direct power to impose decision on sovereign states. International Monetary Fund role and impact. So, ensure global monetary cooperation, promote exchange rate stability, provide temporary financial assistance to continue facing balance of payments crisis. अगर हम IMF की एक्टिविटीज़ की बात करें तो lending stand by arrangements, extended fund fiscality, surveillance, monitoring economies and issuing reports, for example Article 4 consultations, capacity development, technical training and policy advice. And impact played key role in stabilizing economies, for example Argentina, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, helped maintain currency stability and combat inflation. Criticized, argue IMF prioritized market liberalization over social protection, and structural adjustment programs often lead to austerity and unrest. अब हम बात करते हैं वर्ल्ड बैंक की डेवलपमेंट एंड पॉवर्टी रिडक्शन. क्रिएटेड अलोंगसाइड IMF in 1944 at the Bretton Woods Conference, the World Bank focuses specifically on economic development and poverty reduction in developing nations. Core activities: financing infrastructure projects like dams, roads and power plants, supporting education and healthcare initiatives in developing regions, providing technical assistance and policy advice to governments, coordinating disaster relief and reconstruction efforts. So in 2024 alone, the World Bank provided over $50 billion in loans and grants to more than 100 countries worldwide. International Court of Justice judicial function established 1945 based in The Hague, Netherlands, functions settle disputes between states on territorial, maritime and diplomatic matters, provide advisory opinions to UN bodies. In recent cases are Rohingya genocide case, PMR, maritime boundary dispute, Kenya vs Somalia, Israel war in Palestine territory 2004 advisory opinions. And limitations are jurisdiction only if states consent, no enforcement arm relies on Security Council for execution. The role of institutions in global governance. So global governance, a system where actors, states, institutions, civil society co-manage global challenges through cooperation and shared rules. International institutions help coordinate climate action, for example Paris Agreement under UNFCCC, manage global health threats, for example World Health Organization, pandemic response, regular international trade, for example World Trade Organization, reduce inequality and promote justice, for example UNDP and UN Women. New trends, rise of regional bodies, European Union, ASEAN and AU, and influence of private actors and NGOs, and digital governance, debate, data, AI, cyber warfare. The future of international institutions. Key features: directions, reform and inclusivity, democratize Security Council, more developing country representation, revise IMF quota system to reflect economic changes, strengthen enforcement mechanism, more binding authority to tackle crisis effectively, multilateralism revival, counter growing nationalism and unilateralism, responsive to new challenges, AI regulation, cyber threats, biotechnology and digital divide, people-centric approach, focus on human development and rights of minorities. So as the world becomes more complex and interconnected, the success of humanity may depend on how effectively we can reform and strengthen our international political institutions. So in conclusion, international political institutions serve as the backbone of global cooperation and governance in the modern world. From maintaining peace and promoting development to enforcing international law and responding to global crises, these institutions are essential for a stable and interconnected global order. However, their effectiveness depends on their ability to evolve, adopt and represent the voices of all nations, especially those from the global south. So as the world faces unprecedented challenges like climate change, pandemics and geopolitical conflicts, strengthening and reforming these institutions is no longer optional, it is imperative. Only through inclusive, transparent and accountable global institutions can humanity move toward a more just, peaceful and sustainable future.